Hey, Jasen Rice here at Lotpop. Let me make sure my mic is working here. And I want to go over why price does matter. And I know there's going to be some pushback on this, but that's why I titled it that way and why this month it's really going to matter the most. Now, it was years ago when I was a rep, obviously with Auto, and I was at I think it was a Toyota store, but the manager there, as again, years ago, I mean, like probably 10, 12 years ago, the manager there, who just came from a Ford store, I believe, he was pushing back on me when we were talking about taking his inventory, reducing some of the pricing. And he said, well, he used to work at a Ford store. And he said, Ford just did a big study and price was like eighth on the list of most important to the consumers. And I tried to slow him down a bit. And I said, well, hold on a second. You can't just do a blanket statement like that. Obviously, it's in their survey. But when did they survey the people? I said, I guarantee you, now I don't know, but I guarantee you that survey came out after the customers bought the cars, right? They surveyed the customers that bought the cars and asked them what was important and how were they satisfied, and, ranking, how were they satisfied with their purchase and ranking their purchases and or purchase process. And he said eighth was on the list. And I said, well, here's the argument to that though. I said, this is after they purchased the car. I agree. If you get a hold of the person, either phone or email, but especially if you get them in the door and once they're at your dealership, and this is what I'm talking about, price does become the least factor, because they're going to wonder and know if they like your salesman or not. They're going to want to know what's my trade worth and if you're giving them a good value, service, and can I bring my car to service, and your service drive, and maybe even your waiting room for service, to what's my interest rate and what's my payment. All those things become important once they're actually in decision making mode and want to figure out where they're going to do their business at. Price then becomes less important, because even if the price is great, but they hate the salesman, or their trade's not good enough, or your service isn't good enough at the service department and things like that. So price gets pushed on the back burner once they're making the decision, do I write my check today or not? And do I close this deal? But this is the big but. Price does matter when they're shopping. As customers are shopping online and narrowing down, instead of driving all over town like they used to and visit 4 or 5 dealers before they made a decision, now they're visiting like 1.5 or less dealers. As they're shopping, price is going to be the first filter, I believe. Obviously, they're going to look at colors and miles and decide which car has the best mileage, and is it the color I like and the options I like, and then is it the price and the mileage and everything else. But all those things go into factor. But if you're going to be a higher price than similar ones out there, you're going to not get that opportunity to get the call or email or get them on your showroom floor. So price is going to be really important. It is a very important factor. It does matter as they shop. Once you get them in the door, different story. I get it. It becomes less and less important. This is where you actually earn their business with your services and so forth, and your staffing and appraisals and stuff. But as they shop, and that's my biggest key, is I want the SRP. I want the search results. I want the VDPs. I want them to click on my car. I want to earn their business as they shop online by my price, my photos, my descriptions, and get them excited about my vehicle. And once you get in the door, that's where these other things start playing and coming into play. And that's where also you can switch cars and make more money and things like that, switch them to a lease, stuff like that, and get back in money. But as they shop, price is going to matter. And it's going to matter more this month, I believe, because the trends that we see, and these are yearly trends that we see all the time, going from June shopper counts in most markets dropped 10%. 5, 10, 15%. So there's less people looking for cars. And the other trend that we're starting to see was anywhere from the same 5, 10, 15% increase in inventory levels in the market. So there's more cars available for less shoppers online. Okay, we pull these stats. You can do them yourself. Look at your Auto Trader back and go log in your Auto Trader, log and look at the shopper counts, and you can trend it back. I think the last 11 months, it might give you 12. But I think if you go in right now in July, they might get you to June of last year. But look at shopper count trends. Now, July and August tend to peak up a little bit more than June. So July, you'll see a little bit uptick in shopper counts as the OEMs start doing summer sales events and 4th of July events. Customers start piquing their interest, taking advantage of those sales. But mostly it's on new. But not only that, even as that shopper count upticks a little bit, there's more inventory for them to look at. So it's a supply and demand dynamic. So pricing is going to be a big factor this month as consumers are shopping. They're going to shop a lot because, again, there's going to be some attention on the summer sales events and stuff. So as a shopper, which are higher funnel customers, right? But as you consider, as they continue to shop, and if you can catch them here, and then they narrow their search down because you got great price, great photos and descriptions, you catch them here, and then they maybe contact or email or phone call, maybe feel you out a little bit on a chat or a text, and then you earn their business there. Then they end up in the dealership. Then again, at that point in time where price has become less relevant because they've already narrowed you down, and if they're showing up at the dealership, they're content with the price. They may not be happy. They obviously like to get a better deal, but they're content enough to eliminate everybody else due to your pricing, photos, descriptions, due to how you handled them when they reached out to you and when they looked at your reviews and everything. And then when they show up on your showroom floor, price hopefully can get pushed to the side. Now it's payment, interest rate, trade in. Do I like this person or not? Do I like the service here and continue to do business with these people? That's when the decision happens. So price does matter as they're shopping, but catch them here, earn them here, sell them here as they work down the funnel. So hopefully this is helpful. I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend, the 4th of July, celebrating our independence, which is great. All these tips go up on YouTube channel, YouTube, Lotpop Inc., and then on podcasts and everything too, so you can listen to them there. Hopefully this was helpful. If you want a free inventory evaluation, lotpop.com. Email me at jrice@lotpop.com also. Thanks.